Okay, all right, Becky, I think we're good. Hey, everybody. It's time for, whoops, let me move these glasses. It's time for Tuesday's Tips at 2. I hope you all are doing well and have had a lovely weekend and are ready to have a great week. Today, what we're going to do is I decided that I have fallen in love with the Stripology ruler. And I know some of you have bought them, but I'm not sure how much you use it. But I have to tell you, after really looking at this, this is one of Nicole's absolute favorite tools that is out there. And so the thing that we love about it is that it allows you to cut a lot of strips very easily and accurately. And for some, well, for most of us, we all have kind of issues about that on occasion. So this way, I just wanted to show you this really great tool and give you some ideas on actually how to use it. So first off, Becky, let's look at this. Okay, no, that's okay. As always, we're in a learning process, guys. So you know what? If you need a chuckle, or your friend needs a chuckle, I would highly recommend that you tell them to watch Tuesday's Tips at 2 with Marcia from Be So Creative, because you know what? You just never know what's fixing to happen when we are in front of a camera. So anyway, Becky is running the camera again for me. So again, kudos, Becky. Thank you very much. But we're going to look at the ruler right now. So the thing is, Becky, if you want to give them a close-up of this ruler.
It's
now
large.
The thing is, this is a big one. And the thing that is nice about it is, and let's see, Becky, are you able to get right up there? Yes. All right, so if you will notice, you've got all the way across the bottom here, you've got measurements. It goes up to 20 inches. Then the other thing I want you to notice is you have stars and squares going across the bottom all the way. And then you also have these little half-inch marks here as well. And they also go all the way across the ruler. The thing that's really nice about this is when you are working with this, if you want to cut a bunch of 2.5-inch strips, you will notice that the squares are every 2.5 inches. I mean, is that not brilliant? So you don't have to guess. If you're like me, sometimes I go, okay, and then I'm counting. Well, I don't have to count with this. I've got my squares. Thumbs up for that. That's awesome. If you are wanting 1.5 inches, then they are where the stars are. So they've made it easy for you. The other thing I want you to notice is right here we've got a 45-degree angle, and it comes all the way up the ruler. And we also have a 60-degree, and it also goes all the way across our Stripology cutter. And then last but not least, the other thing, and it's going to be kind of hard to see, but I'm going to show you exactly where this is. You can use this to cut 10-inch squares, which are layer cakes. And I want to show you where it is. So when you are using this, a dry erase marker is really your friend. So I'm going to draw this on here. So here's the bottom where the, boy, that's kind of bad. Here it comes up the side. And here it goes down the other side, or across the top. So there is your 10-inch squares. Now, the thing that's nice about that is, let me just show you real quickly. You know, every once in a while you get the layer cakes that maybe they're not super duper accurate. So all you have to do is, I'm going to put my cutter in there, and we're going to come here, and then I've got it down here on this side. And so I was able to trim off just a little hair off both sides. Looky there, isn't that nice? And then I can turn my ruler and do it all over again. And I mean, how smart is this? I love this. So as always, I'm so grateful that Nicole showed us. Did I turn that the right way, Becky?
Well, it looks off over here.
I didn't turn it the right way. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys. Have you ever just had one of those days where you think maybe today was...
There, that's better.
There we go. Now we're cooking with
Now
gas.
you get to trim
oh my
something.
gosh. Yes, I actually have something to trim, and I'm not going, what the heck is wrong with that? Well, I don't know, girls. Today's been one of those days where, have you ever had the day where you're thinking, you know what, today might have been a waste of makeup? Well, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at today. All right, here we go. So we're going to pop that in there, slice, and we're going to come do it again on this side. And then look at this. We have this absolutely beautiful 10-inch square. Now, the thing that's pretty cool about this is if I decided I needed to cut this into 5-inch charm squares, then look what I'm able to do. I would actually put that on the 0, and I would line that up. There we are. And then all I have to do is go to the 5-inch and come back to the 5-inch, and I would have it cut, and it would be perfect. So I love that. The other thing that's really nice about this is for cutting strips. So here's my strip, and this is with the fabric, because as you can tell, here's my selvages here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it up, because I know that my ruler, the Stripology ruler, is not long enough for me to go all the way across with the fabric. And then I'm going to line this up. And you have this little line that's down here. Can you all see that right here? You've got that line, so I've lined that up with my fold. And here's my 0, because you know you want to start at the 0. And then we're just going to slice that. And then I'm going to go along here and I'm going to cut 2.5-inch strips. And remember, I said they were at where all the squares are, so I'm not having to guess. I'm able to, and I don't have enough for this one, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it here because, you know, I'm not wasting anything. And so all of my, I want to make sure I hit those in there. Yep, there they are. They're all there. Look at that. Perfect! I mean to tell you. Now look how good those are. And wasn't that fast? I didn't have to guess. I wasn't going, oh gee, I wonder where this is. They're all right there laid out, and then I have this poor little spare. So he's done. I wanted to show you a couple of other things. I'm going to cut this one because I wanted to show you how cool this is. And you know, I don't know about y'all, but I have so much fabric that I will, you know, if the apocalypse happens, and I jokingly say that, but you know, I don't know about y'all, but there have been days that I've thought that this COVID thing has been kind of like the apocalypse. If I needed to stay in my house, I have enough fabric that I would I could stay in there for years. But the thing is, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I take really good care of, I don't want to ever run out. Okay, so there I've got a couple more strips. I want to show you what we're going to cut. Now remember, I told you that we've got a 45. Here, Becky, let me turn this for you so you can get it. Oh, here's your 45 line and your 60-degree line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 60-degree cut. So here is what we're going to do. And I'm sorry, this is, you know what, Becky, before we do anything, imagine that. Let's turn it over so people can see. Jeez Louise. Tell you what, girls. All right, so we're going to do a 60-degree. So we're going to lay this on here. All right, so now, there we are, Becky. So do you see, now can you all see that black line? Thanks, Becky. Yeah, that was a good way to do that. See that? It goes all the way across the ruler. Whoop, whoop. So here's the thing. I can now quickly cut star points, which I like that. So we're going to, and like I said, I have enough fabric that I will, I can always have something to work on. I know that you all are impressed with my cutting skills, I can tell, right? Okay, one more, let's see. There we go, all right. Now, look at this. Look at this perfection. Oh my gosh, look at those. Aren't they awesome? Now, let me show you what I'm going to do, because, I can't waste, I'm sorry, girls, I just cannot waste these points. So, being the frugal quilter that I am, like I said, I will, let me turn this way. I will have enough little projects that, okay, so here we go. We're going to slide that down. Okay, here we go. So there's my 0. Got to get rid of him. Here's my 2.5, my 5, my 7.5, my 10. And see, this is what's lovely, girls. It's on both sides, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Here's my 12.5 and my 15. And I could probably, no, I can't do another one. All right, so did you see how quick that, that took like no time. But then look at how cool this is. Because, we got to play a little bit. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Whoops. Are we liking this? Is this good? Is this bad? Sharon, is anybody saying anything like, oh, cool?
Yes, they are.
There we go. Now, here's the thing. Look how quick that took. That took like no time at all to cut that. And I have enough to make some really beautiful stars. And then if I wanted to get really fancy, if I had a different colored background, which I didn't think ahead. So look what we could have done. If we would have had a different colored background, then look. Oh my gosh, look, a tumbling block. Oh, do we not love this? So anyway, this is all done on our Stripology ruler. I wanted to show you a couple of the books. These are the books that we've got, and where'd the other one go? There it is. They are fabulous. They really teach you great ways to use the Stripology ruler. This was the first one, and on the front here, I don't know if Becky can get close enough, but there are 13 quilts. They're made with 10-inch squares, 5-inch squares, 2.5-inch strips, and 1.5-inch strips. And last but not least, I have to laugh because, you know, I know that everybody sews in different ways, and there are just days that you are having a frustrating day. So here's the quilt. Here's what you need to cut, and it goes all the way up to a king size. You gotta love that. When you look down here at the bottom, she gives you special, you know, if you need to cut things special, there it is. Shows you a picture of how it's going to lay out, and I do want you to notice crib, twin, full, and king. So again, she's got it all figured out. But the thing that I wanted to show you is included in here are cocktail recipes. So if you and your friends get together and you're having a sewing quilting party, you can, if you so choose, break out the cocktail recipes, and you and your friends can share and enjoy that. But my recommendation, look at that cute Christmas one. Oh my gosh, I love that. We might need to use that for some of our new Christmas fabric. I digress. If you're going to have a party and you're going to have your friends over for trying some of these cocktails, my big suggestion for you, look at how pretty that cup is. My big suggestion to you would be cut your fabrics first and then sit down and try one of the cocktails. So anyway, I just want to let you all know that we will be having our Facebook Live comments sold on Thursday at 5 o'clock, and we will be having these books and the Stripology rulers as part of our sale. And Becky, can you think of anything else? Sharon, are we good? If y'all have any questions, Sharon, do they have any questions? See if you can see that. Okay, well, perfect. Well, we're glad you guys joined us today, and I hope you will join again next week for our Tuesday tips at 2, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will see you Thursday evening at 5 o'clock for our Facebook Live sale. Y'all have a good one, and take care. Thanks so much.
It's not a touch screen.
Oh, goodness. You know, we forget that this computer doesn't have a touchscreen, so we're over there trying to turn it off. Y'all have a good day. Oh my goodness!
I kept
Sharon, hit the end button on there. That's it. Sharon, you can't touch the blue. We love technology. I know, it's the craziest thing.
This was a last minute thing. Here, you do it.
Well, come on. Put it up there, Becky.
Just click up here and exit.
Is it X?